So when Dan Quinn was out there and about there, the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys this past week, and I said, Cowboys may have to act quickly because if they don't want to lose him, one way to keep him would be make him the head coach. Mm-hmm. And, Stephen Jones said the Cowboys executive saying, no, there's no plans to do anything there. But Jerry didn't come out and say he's our guy. No vote of confidence. Now he's saying it was kind of a part of a plan to get Dan Quinn back. It's kind of weird, to be very honest with you. And Jerry today making all these comments today. Is this on his on the radio in the Metroplex?
Yeah, 105.3 The Fan.
Okay. And he was asked if he had to reassure Mike McCarthy. Once again, how many reassurances does somebody under contract require?
I don't know.
But did he need to reassure Mike McCarthy when Sean Payton said he was stepping down in New Orleans?
No, I did not. I did not, because we're sitting here building together our future. No. But I did. He's well aware of our relationship and long-term friendship with Peyton and Sean, and I haven't talked to Sean and not a part of any of the dialogue or any of the decision-making relative to him leaving. But it was never an issue with me, with Mike being the head coach. You've never heard that from me. You've taken the fact that I was sitting there being coy, you've taken that and interpreted, not you, but it was taken as though I were somehow wishy-washy. Just because you're frustrated doesn't mean that somebody necessarily is going to lose a job. Settle down just a little bit.
No, that was added from
That's what it sounded like to me.
other times.
And this wasn't a regularly scheduled appearance. People were tweeting out this morning that Jerry called the station and wanted to do a hit this morning.
Well, I'm sure he's hearing what's going on. Maybe he's driving around or being driven around or whatever. I don't know. He's hearing it on the radio. Hey, man, the minute Mike McCarthy has an end-of-game snafu or anything like that, it's just going to ratchet up again, and that's the way it goes. But he stuck with Garrett for all those years, Yeah. There's somebody who's been viewed as impetuous because he's handling all of the decision-making, and he refuses to hand it off to one would say, conventional general manager. That he handles the Dallas Cowboys as you would handle your fantasy team. It's just like you own your fantasy team. Do you hand off the drafting of the players or the trading of players or the picking up of players off the waiver wire? Do you hand that to somebody else? Or do you do that for your own fantasy team? I would say 99.9% of you do it for your own fantasy team. So it's his team. He wants to be part of all that stuff. But it'll come. I would proffer to say, if you put a poll question out there, will the Dallas Cowboys win a Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy as their head coach? That would be 90% no.
I'd stand by.
How would you vote on that poll question, TJ? How would you vote on that poll question?
How do you think
TJ?
I'm going to vote?
No. How would you vote on that poll question? If we did not know you, or we asked you for you could a secret ballot.
Look, I'm one of these hated Cowboy fans. Of course, I'm going to say yes. I believe we're going to win.
Do you really believe that? I need an answer here.
Yeah,
because,
man, I believe it. Because if I don't believe it, it's not going to happen.
The number of times I've been put on the spot on this show after Jim Harbaugh lost a big game for the Michigan Wolverines, or Michigan Wolverines lost a big game against a top-ranked opponent, or Ohio State a top-ranked opponent, or all that, and I had to sit there and go, do you think you can actually win a championship with Jim Harbaugh? Every single time I said yes. And we came the closest we ever have. Mm-hmm. And Josh McDaniels apparently is on his way to interview for the job with the Las Vegas Raiders, which is just great. You go, Josh. Take that job. Take it. I would love it. Take the job.
Thumbs up on a radio show.
Take the job. And I am so looking forward to the next 2 weeks. At some point over the next 2 weeks, I cannot wait for the Jim Harbaugh press conference there in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where he steps out with the skinny M on his hat and wearing the maize and blue, and he's sitting there behind a microphone, and he's going to take this following approach. This interview, I cannot wait. He's going to be like, I can't. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Being here, the Michigan Wolverines, we're following up, and last year, and he's sitting there with Ward Manuel, the AD, and then first question, Jim, all the opportunities with the NFL. I mean, that's all we've been hearing about the last few weeks, and he'll be like, "What are you talking about? What?"
He will.
What?
He will do that. Too.
Did you hear that? I didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, he will.
What do you mean? Huh? What? And it'll be just another one of those awkward question and answer follow-ups, and it'll be just like, so Jim, were you never interested in the NFL? And just stare into space off the side, and then we'll just go, I'm a Michigan Wolverine head coach. I always have been. Like,
I'm here to talk about Spartans.
What's your, do you eat chicken? Honestly, I can't wait for that.
No,
but but until it happens, it hasn't happened.
Right.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until it happens, it hasn't happened. So every single time I hear the Raiders interviewing another head coach, not named Jim Hart, we haven't heard Jim's even on the list. Like, they announced all these things. I can't wait to see that press conference. I can't, but until it happens, it hasn't happened. In the meantime, answer the question.
Yes, Rich, I do. I do believe.
Mike McCarthy still being there. You're like, yes, I think this is the right thing. The Cowboys know what they're doing. Let's just keep feeding the same system.
Yeah.
What did you say the percentage would be?
90 to 10.
It's less than that. It's higher.
Early results, 96% no.
There you go.
4%, yeah.
Okay.
96% of the people
Come on,
clearly
people.
don't know what they're talking about.
People, come on,
I mean,
people.
that's obvious.
Let's get yes down to milk percent.
That's fine.
4% is
4% too thick. Oh,
please. 2%. Let's get that down.
2%, yeah. You guys better pray it never happens.
0% is white water,
It's powdered milk.
White water.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.